Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And the word on the street is that Disney bosses are furious with Lucasfilm.
Yeah, apparently it's a rumor that someone was hearing that they went on to, I'll say, WW Magic forums, and they were like, why are the Bobs all mad at Lucasfilm? And throughout the conversation, it came out to be that they're mad because of PR put out there by Lucasfilms about an upcoming hire that they hadn't apparently announced, supposedly.
Allegedly, supposedly. So this actually is all starting to make sense now.
This ties into what Neon's been saying.
We said this announcement, this showrunner, Leslye Headland, who worked on Russian Doll for Netflix. She's Harvey Weinstein's former assistant.
Yeah, but I mean, again, that's not her fault.
That's not her fault. Well,
unless she did know about stuff, and then that brings the question: did you know, and did you say nothing? But we don't. That's neither here nor there.
Anyway, I
guess they're mad about that too.
Yeah. So, we said when this was first announced that the rumor is that they were going to do a female-led Star Wars series for Disney Plus that takes place potentially in an alternate timeline by this showrunner. Now, having worked in and around Disney PR people for a long time, because believe it or not, we actually were on their approved media list. A couple things going on here. One, none of these outlets, none of this smells like a Disney PR campaign.
It's not the way they word things often.
Two, we know for a fact that much of their PR department has been furloughed. So it's not Disney proper doing this. Three, this is not how they roll. They would roll something out like this at Celebration. They would make,
or they would put it on one
press
their official. Yeah, they have a press release and put it on one of their official channels.
StarWars.com, something. Not on StarWars.com. Not an official announcement. I am personally speculating.
Well, you said this last night on the live stream. You said, I don't think this is a Disney PR. I think this is a personal PR.
I am speculating that Headland took it upon herself, or she's working with other people at, well, no, if it was Lucasfilm, they'd probably put it on Star Wars.
Well, the way it sounds is that they're mad at Lucasfilm, though.
For hiring her, and I think she went running to the press, and I'll tell you why. I think, well, one, this does not feel like a Disney marketing campaign, and two, Disney is chopping shows right now. They pulled the plug on shows citing force majeure, which is they have the clause if there's an act of God to pull the plug on already contracted shows. Now, if you have 2015 brain, and you go out there and you put yourself out there and you put your face out there and you talk about woman power, you're going to scare the studios into not canceling your show. But Disney, which is in dire straits right now, they're not going to put up with that shit.
Yeah, Iger already said they're not going to put any time into things they are not going to air.
Right.
And it's interesting because it was already interesting before this because we weren't seeing anything official. But then even more interesting was, of course, it's all rumor, was that somebody that usually knows what's going on made the comments, I'm hearing the Bobs are really mad about something at Lucasfilm, what's going on? And through the thread, it became that it was most likely to do with this announcement.
Right, so this is coming from WDW Pro, who has been right before, even as recently as last week, when they were outlining the plans for reopening Disney, and it turned out that Universal's actually, well, Disney hasn't said anything yet, Universal's using the same steps.
Well, he's not even the one this person isn't even the one who says that's what it is. He said, I'm hearing he's really mad, they're really mad, what the hell's going on? Yeah,
and this is the only thing, I would say between this and the High Republic getting a really chilly reception, I think they're like, wait, we got the fans back, we got a lot of the fans back for The Mandalorian. What the hell? You just thrashed all the goodwill that we build up with The Mandalorian with announcing this bullshit show, and we didn't announce it. You took it upon yourself to announce it.
And most people, they're like, well, they're mad about women in Star Wars. No. See, that's the state. There are a lot of really good female characters in Star Wars. That being said, there were a lot of really good female characters in Star Wars mostly before Disney got hold of it, because Disney has turned being female into your defining characteristic. It's not you're a good character who happens to be female. Being female is what makes you good. Whether or not that's true or whether or not the writing is good doesn't matter. Being female somehow, like you know, everything's right and perfect and you're above reproach because it's a female character by a female writer or a female director or whatever, female person in charge of Lucasfilm, etc.
Finally, a reason to watch Star Wars, as if there weren't enough reasons to watch Star Wars already. We've got Headland out there making comments like white women are the silent killers in the entertainment industry.
Women at the top. That other people argue don't even happen. I mean, I wish they'd make up their mind.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah. I wish they'd make up their mind about, no, she's the queen.
She's the queen. Yeah, yes, Queen Kathleen Kennedy. So if this is true, it's all snapping into focus. It's all making sense.
We already suspected this prior to these comments.
I did marketing PR for years. I'm like, this is not a Disney thing. I don't know what the hell is going on, but this is a sloppy...
Well, you knew what the hell was going on. You said this is most likely her PR people trying to get it out there to make sure she tries to drop attention for herself, get in the media so that Disney can't cancel it.
Yeah, but you know what? At this point, Disney will cancel anything they damn well feel like canceling.
According to what they were hearing is their friends were telling them that the Bobs were really mad at Lucasfilm right now, and there's faster than normal movement going to get high-level meetings going. He's like, what's going on? And throughout the conversation, people are like, oh, I can tell you what's going on. It's because of these articles popping up.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting thread, guys. I will try linking to it. Since this is not a website, I think I'll probably be okay. The term livid was used in the conversation. Again, WDW Pro, we've stuck up for them before. They know their shit. They're actually on the inside track.
We stick up for WDW Magic all the time, too. This is a place to go. If you're like, you want to learn Disney stuff, you want to know from insiders, this is where you go.
Yeah, somebody's like, oh, I finally tried the blue milk.
We agree with you, Real Bob JPEG. I think they're both nasty.
Yeah, they are. I think the blue's more palatable. The green is really disgusting. So this is what's going on. So yeah, you beat me to it. Apparently the goobers at Lucasfilm hired Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, who comes with significant PR baggage, potential legal baggage.
Well, that's interesting.
Because if she knew what was going on, and did so without consulting Disney or their legal department, this makes sense. Okay,
this is all alleged, but this falls into what we were hearing, and it falls into what we were noticing about the PR, the way the PR was being done. Because what do we know? But it's just oh wow. So
yeah. So this is you have people calling him out because they're like, what's this have to do with the parks? I'm like, it actually has a lot to do with the parks, because they're trying to sell Star Wars in the parks, and their brain fart was to base it on the sequel trilogy.
They never should have done that.
And I think right now, there's a lot of potentially buyer's remorse because there was a lot of backlash, but the way they designed Galaxy's Edge, they very easily could retheme it original trilogy very easily. It's like, hey guys, you're down for a couple months, slap some paint on that place.
I don't even know if it's really based on the sequel. I mean, other than the fact they have some of the ships and stuff there, they kind of kept it generic, but in some ways I think it's too generic. It feels like a Moroccan flea market.
It does.
And the milk is gross. I'm sorry. Some people like it, and you're allowed to like it, and that's cool. I personally find it nasty. But basically, they're talking about, they're fighting amongst themselves in the board. Right, fighting. They do it very nicely and politely, like people should do, and they don't.
Yeah. So they're jumping on WDW Pro because one, it doesn't have anything to do with the theme parks, and two, they're like, oh my god, rumors, and people are like, you like rumors any other time, but now if it's anti-Star Wars. You don't like it. I mean, these are things that we've heard ourselves. They're like, you're biased against Disney. WW 1974, again, another verified Disney insider. The magic has worn off. That doesn't mean you hate Disney at all. It just means you see behind the curtain, you know how it actually works. And Disney is a company. I know they peddle magic, and they peddle family, and they peddle feelings, but they are a business just like any other business.
I love it how he has a personal bias, except they obviously have a personal bias, for Star Wars. So either way, either side of the argument, you have personal bias. Everybody has personal bias. That's just the way it is. But from an outside perspective, coming into this, we were looking at this, and Kneon especially was like, this does not feel like Disney PR. No. And we're already like, this is weird. This doesn't feel right. And then we saw, I found this today, and I'm like, see, this is what we're talking about right here. And it wasn't right. And I can't stress to people how much it's so easy to go pay the money to have someone be a PR rep and then go put your shit in all the newspapers and stuff. It's not hard.
Yeah, what they'll do is you pay a couple $1,000. It's not even that expensive. You can get a decent PR campaign, especially now because all these outlets are hard up for movie news because there aren't any movies and TV shows have stopped production. $5,000, $10,000, send out a packet, a media packet. Everybody takes a different angle, but she has literally popped up overnight over the last couple days. And again, I know that Disney's PR department, a lot of them are furloughed right now. It did not come from Disney.
Well, a lot of people are commenting too, like, "Wow, Star Wars isn't Marvel, and how come Star Wars is having so much trouble now, but Marvel isn't? Marvel's going to be. I'm telling you straight up, Marvel's going to be.
Yeah.
Because at the heart of the issue, what is the issue with Star Wars already is the drive towards agenda over story. Their own meeting they had about the High Republic on the board, it had diversity and agenda points over story. They were more important than the story. And the problem is people are getting sick of it. They would rather have a good story, good characters who just happen to be diverse, because people have problems with real diversity. They have a problem with forced bullshit. And Marvel's already heading down that path. We already have the She-Hulk writer out on Twitter, constant digs at men. I don't know how she still has a job.
She is the biggest PR nightmare. Dana Schwartz is the biggest PR nightmare.
Well, I think she needs to say, hold our beer, because now here comes this woman, and she's like already making digs about women should be, about being an ally, and how, that she should be, people like her, white women, should be out there, using their privilege, and it's like, make up your mind. Just make up your mind what you're pissed about, because you guys keep, when there first was no women in power, now there's women in power, but they're not the right women in power. I really wish they'd make up their mind.
Yeah, she had some hot takes. If you got to Bounding in the Comics, we covered this in the live stream yesterday, but, again, she deleted a whole bunch of tweets, because I think they see what happens. Like, you spend years, nobody pays attention to you, then you get on a high-profile project, and you start thinking about some of the stuff you've said over the years, and it's time to...
But they were able to retrieve some of the tweets, because some of it gets archived.
Yeah, some of it does get archived, but very interesting. But, yeah, it could even come down to... not just her motor mouth, but the fact that, one, Disney doesn't like it when you do an end run around their PR department.
Well, I mean, if that's true, they didn't even go through legal, which is bad.
Yeah, and two, she does have a strong connection to Harvey Weinstein. Disney's trying to distance themselves, because, they bankrolled Miramax for years. Mm-hmm. Bob Iger's got connections to them. They're trying to distance themselves from it. They probably wouldn't have hired her otherwise, because they'd be like, no, that's a hot potato because we had Miramax.
Yeah, it sounds like the problem isn't even with the project so much as it is with who's on the project.
Right, and it sounds like Lucasfilm is just going balls to the wall and hiring like it's 2015 all over again.
Well, then they got some goodwill back from the fans, and then they immediately throw this bomb in the middle of it, and it's like, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, they were having trouble with the High Republic as it was, and then they throw this in, which, again, and then the takeaway, of course, by these people on these boards is people don't like women. That's not the problem. That is not, that being a female-led Star Wars show isn't the issue. But the fact we're doing a female-led Star Wars show with martial arts and an alternate timeline was what people had problems with.
Yeah. Yeah, and if that's what they're doing, I've heard two versions of it. I've heard one's an alternate timeline, and the other one is it's just a different point in time in the Star Wars saga.
Which is fine. If it's a different point in time, I don't think anybody really cares.
Yeah, again, right out of the gate, they're like, look at the agenda. It's a female-led show.
But that wasn't the problem. But by this woman who has all these comments to say about, this, that, and hot takes. And so you already know you're going to get an agenda. They're saying it's going to be agenda-driven. That's the problem people have with it. Most people don't care. There are a lot of really good female characters in Star Wars. Sadly, the recent ones haven't been that great. I think Jyn Erso was pretty good.
Yeah, Rogue One, I'll give a pass to. Rogue One, all the way around. I have liked Rogue One quite a bit. But, again, you're looking at the High Republic. This is what their big brain fart is for the next phase of Star Wars.
If you read it, they're like, they're the bestest of the bestest of the bestest. And they're all friends, and they all know they're great. Or she doesn't know she's so gifted and special, but she's the specialist one. It's really ridiculous. Like, really? That's your write-ups of your character descriptions?
When everyone's a Mary Sue, nobody is.
Pretty much, Everybody's
special.
That's how they're gonna get past the Mary Sue. They're gonna make them all Mary Sues so that they cancel each other out.
Right, they cancel each other out. So I don't know, guys. There's, especially right now, Disney is in a prime position because they can fire whoever the hell they want to, and they can blame it on the coronavirus. Mm-hmm. They could be like, you know what, Kathy? We don't have enough money to pay you anymore.
I don't know. This is again, this is all based on speculation about what they're hearsay about the Bobs being mad. But if it's true, then she did that without going to them first. I don't think she told the person to make the announcement. Like, they were probably working on it, and the person went and made the announcement. I don't even know. Mm. But somewhere there was a disconnect, and it could go really bad for some people.
Yeah. I think this might be the straw that broke the camel's back, the space camel, space camel's back.
They just mean the takeaway will be it's because everybody's sexist, and this poor woman got her show canceled because everybody was sexist, even though Disney hadn't actually made the announcement that there was a show.
Yeah, and that's what the problem is. Disney did not make the announcement, and I really do believe that's what this is about. We're gonna watch this situation with a bucket of popcorn.
Yeah, because this is what we were thinking. We knew something was not right here before we found this, and then this made everything make sense.
Yep. So anger gives us focus.
Well, no, it's just because we've been doing this for a long time, and we there's certain, like, you know how people artists have styles, and that you can tell an artist based on their style. PR has a style.
Yeah,
they have bullet points. They have certain field they go for, and it just didn't line up.
Nope. This is somebody going rogue. Somebody going rogue, either Lucasfilm or Headland herself going rogue, but somebody is taking advantage, I think, of Disney PR and legal possibly being asleep at the wheel.
Well, you can't blame it on interns because they cancel a lot of those programs and send people home.
Send the interns home. So I don't know, guys. Somebody got bored at home and decided to send out some press releases to try to save themselves from getting chopped.
And of course, they're building these things out to be that if you don't like it, it's because you're sexist, and that's not what's going on. Not
at all. Just don't give us bad Star Wars. Give us more goods. You got the fans back with The Mandalorian. You're going to piss it all away again, Disney. It's freaking stupid. You need to get rid of the people at the top at Lucasfilm. Get rid of them. All right, so we're going to wrap it up?
Yep.
Okay, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, rants. Go out to Entertainment Earth, and you can get yourself a bargain basement Holdo action figure. Only toy on sale in this ad, by the way.
There you go.
All right, but, sexy Barbie stole.
I actually want those.
Vader Barbie, she's pretty cool. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.